Hi everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed. Hope you're all doing well today. Thanks for joining me. I've come on with just a quick little video. What I've done is I thought, because of the Christmas Advent calendar for Junk Journal Fix with Sunflower Indoors, I would do a few videos, maybe one a week, maybe two, I don't know yet. I don't know what time I've got. So I was thinking that I would just do some short videos with just a few of the Advent prompts. So I picked my first day, which was the 4th, which unfortunately was yesterday. So I missed that, but I did do some prep. So I'm going to go ahead with it and just post it. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I have a lot of people who ask me about my policy closures. I've done these quite small just for testing purposes, really. So I thought I'd come on and do a couple of book pages of those, just to show you there's different ways to use them. So I've made obviously ones with the closure and ones without. I think these can be used anywhere. You can make these up out of your leftover kit papers. They could be used obviously with book page and any other pages that you've got left. It's great for using a little bit of ephemera. You could make these up with a bit of ephemera on and you could just stash them. I'm all about that at the moment because I've got so much ephemera after cutting up for all of the Christmas collabs that I'm inundated with it. So I just need to find ways of using it up so it's not just going to go in a drawer and be forgotten about. So I thought I would come on and do a few of these, well, one, to show you how quick and easy and how fast you can make these up for your stash. So let's get started. So I don't really have much book page, which initially started off like that. I only really have reading books here because I get stuck with bringing weight. Now, last time I went home, I bought some fabulous vintage music sheets back, and I thought I'm definitely going to take that with me because it was something I hadn't got here. So I thought we'd have a go with this as the book page. Now, with this one, I wanted the thing to be upright on either way that you put it. So, in fact, I did that one upside down, look. So to be honest, just to save you can do it this way and make a nice big fat one that would fit on to a full page. Shall we do it that way this time? I think we will actually. It'll just save a lot of confusion. So literally all you do is whatever sheet you have left, whatever size paper that you've got left, you can make these with. They're quick and they're easy. You literally just fold them to the middle. Fold them to the middle so that they cross over just a little bit. It doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to be much. But you just want to be able to crease that. And you're just guesstimating it, really. You don't need that to be perfect. Okay. So we now have one that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just over 5 actually. Perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 2.5. So it's more or less in half. It is sort of in the middle. And then all we're going to do, I'm not even going to get my scoreboard out or anything for these. I'm literally going to bring that end up as level as possible. Okay. And I'm just going to burnish that in. That's going to become our bottom. And then this is going to be our top. So we want a little bit of a bigger depth on the top bit. Okay. So this is going to be our top. I'm going to burnish that in. And then we're going to open the page up. And what we're going to do is in the middle bit, in the middle section, you want to keep these two flaps. Everything else needs to come off. Now, I always wedge mine because it gives for a better finish. And on the opening side, it gives you a V shape at the top. So we want to wedge that bottom on both of your score lines. So one for the piece that's coming up, okay? And then you're going to wedge this one just a bit it just makes it easier, and it's so much better because when you come to close it like that, you have no problem with anything getting stuck on here on the bottom. So we're going to do the same with the top, and I'm going to wedge this slightly deeper. I want it slightly deeper, not as deep as this, because that's your flap, and it's got to cover that. So about halfway, whatever that depth is, and then a wedge there. Have I got it in the corner? Not quite. Let me just wedge that from the corner. Okay. Same again here. So we're going to just wedge that top bit, and then we're going to go quite a way down for that wedge. There we go. And then when you cross it over, you see, you've got this here automatically. Okay. You'll be able to see when I come to do I want to leave that raggedy edge, and I'm going to ink. I'm going to ink along there, and I'm going to ink along there. Ink my edges up, ink that top line up on both sides. Now, I don't know yet whether this is going to be fitted into a page or whether we're just going to sit it into a pocket. So you want to just do all the edges that you think need doing. The ones that are going to show are your top bit more than anything else. Okay, and then down the side here, whichever is your flap. Those don't need doing. This one does, because this gets glued in. Okay. You can always ink afterwards if you want, but it just gives you, you're going to need to do that before you glue, otherwise it'll become difficult. But, there's always ways around it if you want to. And then what we're going to do, before we actually glue it up, we want to stick in our policy buttons. Now, the way that I tend to do this is I always back them. I just need to make sure my glue's working. So I always back them with something just to give them a little bit of sturdiness. Now, I do usually stick smaller ones on the back of here just to give it a bit of a rise for the string to go round. But it's fiddly, and I thought I wouldn't do that on camera. Okay, so I'm just backing them with a little bit of glue. Okay, that one's not done. Let's just ink those up while I think about it, because it's something I always forget. So ink it up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to find the middle. And what I do is get a piece, get another circle just made out of paper, whatever you've got, whatever you were cutting it out of for the backing, fold it in half. And the reason I do that for this size is because it's a 3/4 inch, and it is hard to find the middle. And then you have your middle bit here. Okay, you can see the middle. You're going to make a hole, then you're going to pop that over the top of there. I've already done it on these. And you're going to make your hole through there. Okay, you just want to go through, pop a hole, wiggle it around a bit, do the same on this one. So line it up, fold it down, do that, take your template off and literally just wiggle that around a little bit. Okay, and there you've got that. So there's your top and your bottom. I probably could have done inch ones for this one, but I didn't. Now what we're going to do is just be careful that they're not too big. So just be mindful, otherwise it can look a bit off. 1, we wanted 2.5 is about the middle, did we say? So I want that edge, don't I? So you need to be doing it on, it's about the middle there. So that line actually is dead in the middle. So I'm going to put my dot for the lid on there, and then I'm going to have to do it down here to about there. And then what we want to do is just poke a hole in it. Now I would, because of this being the paper that it is, I literally would back those before I put my buttons on. I thought I'd got some. I thought I'd got my brads out, but I haven't. I'll just get a couple of brads out. These ones are a bit long, to be honest, but oh well, we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. So we got one brad, we got one hole. I'm going to pop that through there, and as I say, I would back this with a piece of one of these. So I will put that on there and make on front and back, and then I would pop this into that. In fact, let's do it, because it's it needs reinforcing because of the paper. So we'll do that. Let me just put the hole in there. I've already made it. Doesn't matter where it is, because okay, squeeze that on, make your hole again. Oh, and I pulled it off. Try and make it dry first. Let it dry instead of rushing. I'm doing it quick because I want it to be a really quick and easy video. Okay, and then what we're going to do with that one is I'm going to ink that up, because almost forgot, is I've just got an inch circle, and what I'm going to do with that one is I'm just going to stick that over there. Okay, and that's nicely reinforced. Oh, that's moved. Okay, so be careful when you do that. I mean, the circles that you can use are just, you can make them smaller so that you don't get that as a result. I mean, I don't mind it really. Gives me somewhere. I don't know if I can pull it over either. I probably can, just a little bit. There we go. I pulled it over a little bit so it's covered it up. Okay, so you've reinforced it back and front, and you've also covered your brad up at the back. This one, you're going to need to do the same thing. Okay, so we're going to pop this on here, and you're going to stick it sort of half on, half off, because you want your circle. And you want this one. Oh, yeah, that's okay. And then you want this one to be over the front there. And I've just used my template on that, so nothing goes to waste, does it? Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to come a little bit further in for this one. A little bit further into this line. So I want the hole to be there. Okay, so we're just going to get this one. Feed your brad through. Feed it through there. Okay, and then close it. All right, make sure that you're not, yeah, when you do those ones, just make sure that make them smaller, and then you don't have the issue of covering it up. And then all I do with these ones that are inside the envelope is I just put a little bit of washi over that bit. I would use a little bit of glue as well, just to make sure that these ends don't come up at some point, because you are covering a thickness there. Okay, and then we're just going to fasten it up. And how we do that is we run a little bead of glue all the way down there, and a little bead of glue all the way down this seam here. Now you don't want to glue that shouldn't be stuck. Okay, and then close it. Close that and close that side. You might need to just get your thing underneath there. Yep. Then open it all the way up, make sure you've got no glue seepage, and then close your bottom piece. Okay, burnish that down. Okay, and there you have it. Get your thread. Around there it goes. Just lift it up. Tie a knot. And I've just used embroidery silk for this, but you can use anything. You can use your hemp cord, or you can even use wax cotton thread that we bind our books with. Okay, I'm just going to snip that off there. And there you have it, your policy closure. And it literally just goes like so. Better if you're not rushing. I do actually like to put whatever thread you use, especially if you use the two coloured twines, or even the twine itself, because they undo quite easily. Okay, I normally cut a couple of little circles and add them to the bottom of there, just as a little decoration, a little doodad on the little bottom of there. And I think what I did when I did some tags with it is I did exactly the same with some tags, twine that I'd put in. I just put a couple of little tiny circles just to stop that from fraying. But that's how quick, easy and simple it is to do all of those, and you can decorate them up as much as you want. So I hope you enjoyed that. I wanted to make it quick and simple and easy, so I hope I've achieved that for you. I will be back with another Advent video shortly, so I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.